Hey guys, Wontonton here, back to bring you another tournament match. This time, Green Kid versus Purple Kaido. I won the high roll, so of course I'd go first. On top of denying them Onigashima on curve on turn 2, it lets me apply pressure early as well. It gives me the first initiative to set up a board, and you get that first swing on turn 2 as well. Not the best start, but better than nothing. I just chose to develop the beige early. Preferably I would have a Bonnie or Momo, but it was unfortunate I didn't. And on my second turn, I still didn't have anything, so I just chose to develop a second beige and just take a 7,000 swing. I kind of at least get that early damage to stick. He's playing the new film version of Kaido, which has a lot of good additions like Ain or Uta. And this is what you dream of when you run Yamato, to drop her on curve against a Kaido with a non-threatening board like this. She is the Kaido tech for green kids, and so it feels really nice to be able to just drop her like this. She provides so much pressure that he just has to respect it. It's unfortunate that he had the 7 drop king, he just wiped out those 2 pages we developed earlier. But that was always a risk that you run by doing that against a Kaido. Now, normally, Kaido is the worst matchup for Kid, but it was very fortunate that he did not have Onigashima, because this game is a completely different story with Island. Now, I am pretty sure this is not the correct play, but I just had to go for it. This is as good of a time as any to just slap on 4,000 Dawn onto Yamato and just swing face. It's a too bad that he actually managed to defend it, but at the very least he had to burn 3 cards in hand to do so. Would you guys have done the same? Let me know down below. And as a result, my Yamato just exposed to the king and just died so quickly. Against Kaido especially, I don't mind getting low early. I just want more cards in hand just to make sure I have more options, because it's a race against the clock. You can't outgrind them, so you have to finish it early. And I had 9 Dawn, so I could have played the 8 cost kid I believe I had in my hand, but this is one of the times where 7 cost kid is better than 8 cost kid, just because he gives you more utility. 8 cost kid, when you drop him by himself on a board like this, he kind of doesn't do anything, especially on that first turn you drop him. But with kid, at least, well, with a 7 cost kid, at the very least, next turn I can swing at one of his characters or his leader, and he still restands. You can see here what I was saying earlier, where 7 cost kid was able to block for my leader, whereas 8 cost kid wouldn't have been able to. And that's pretty important, especially at this point of the game when I only have 2 life, because I think staying above 1 life is really important against Kaido, just because he can hero power you and then just swing at your face for another hit. If you guys run Kaido, I highly recommend grabbing the new film deck that just came out recently. There's a lot of good cards in there that you could run in your own deck, like this Uta here, or Ain you guys saw earlier. Some people run Douglas, and even Shiki is not too bad. Just gives you more tools. Thanks to that 7 Dawn kid, I was able to drop the 8 Dawn kid here on firmer footing. He was able to defend me and maintain enough board control for me to just safely drop the 8 Dawn kid without fearing that he'll rush for my life total. I found out a lot of times if you're able to have both kids on the board there on more or less established safe positions like here, like you see here, that they're able to just carry you to a victory just by themselves, especially in the mid game. And it helps a lot, especially since I had a bunch of counters in my hand as well, and I was pretty confident I could defend against whatever you played. And here I just chose to start going face, set up lethal next turn. I want to make sure that if he did have a 10 cost Kaido, he could not safely drop him. It's really important when you get to this point of the game that you get him down to 1 life if you're a kid player, just so that because I have a stronger board than he does, his only real out is 10 cost Kaido, maybe 9 cost Kaido. But then if he did play that, that'd be his entire turn, and I could you just slap on all your Dawn onto your hero and just swing twice in his face. He was in a really bad situation here. Now both of my kids were still up, and he just had to unload pretty much his whole hand, 4 cards just to stay alive. And that was actually kind of surprising because one of the problems that Kaido has is that a lot of times they don't have the counters. So it's actually pretty impressive that he was able to hold off for this long. And I think he's countered offhand like a total of like maybe 7 cards or something. It was important to keep at least one of my characters up just so I can get 3 attacks in, because at 4 Dawn he can only play a maximum of 2 blockers, which he does here. And if I didn't have that extra character up to get that extra swing in his face, it was very possible he would stabilize and just knock me out next turn, since I was all in already. I did manage to come out first in this tournament, somehow overcoming 3 Kaidos. Too bad I couldn't show the other ones to you guys, since I wasn't able to record them since I was in the middle of the row. That's it for me, everyone. Please consider leaving a like and a subscribe to the channel, and any questions in the comment section down below. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.